Good morning. This is Pastor Jeff. It is Wednesday, November 9th, 2022, and we're here for our daily lectionary reading. Psalm 123, once again, is going to be our psalm reading. Job chapter 25, starting in verse 1 and going through chapter 26 through 14 is our Old Testament reading. And then the Gospel of John chapter 5, verses 19 through 29 is going to be our New Testament reading. We'll be reading once again out of the Message. Let's listen in. Psalm 123. I look to you, heaven-dwelling God. Look up to you for help, like servants, alert to their master's command, like a maiden attending her lady. We're watching and waiting, holding our breath, awaiting your word of mercy. Mercy, God mercy. We've been kicked around long enough, kicked in the teeth by complacent rich men, kicked when we were down by arrogant brutes. Our Old Testament reading comes from the book of Job, starting in chapter 25. Bildad the Shuhite again attacked Job. God is sovereign. God is fearsome. Everything in the cosmos fits and works in his plan. Can anyone count his angel armies? Is there any place where his light doesn't shine? How can a mere mortal presume to stand up to God? How can the ordinary person pretend to be guiltless? Why, even the moon has its flaws. Even the stars aren't perfect in God's eyes. So how much less plain men and women, slugs and maggots by comparison? Job answered, well, you've certainly been a great help to a helpless man. You came to the rescue just in the nick of time. What wonderful advice you've given to a mixed up man. What amazing insights you've provided. Where in the world did you learn all of this? How did you become so inspired? All the buried dead are in torment, and all who've been drowned in the deep, deep sea. Hell is ripped open before God. Graveyards dug up and exposed. He spreads the skies over unformed spaces, hangs the earth out in empty space. He pours the water into cumulus cloud bags, and the bags don't burst. He makes the moon wax and wane, putting it through its phases. He draws the horizon out of the ocean, sets a boundary between light and darkness. Thunder crashes and rumbles in the sky. Listen, it's God raising his voice. By his power, he stills sea storms. By his wisdom, he tames sea monsters. With one breath, he clears the sky. With one finger, he crushes the sea serpent. And this is only the beginning, a mere whisper of his rule. Whatever would we do if he really raised his voice? Our New Testament reading comes from the Gospel of John, chapter 5, verses 19 through 29. So, Jesus explained himself at length. I'm telling you this straight. The Son can't independently do a thing. Only what he sees the Father doing. What the Father does, the Son does. The Father loves the Son and includes him in everything he is doing. But you haven't seen the half of it yet. For in the same way that the Father raises the dead and creates life, so does the Son. The Son gives life to anyone he chooses. Neither he nor the Father shuts anyone out. The Father handed all the authority to judge over the Son, so that the Son will be honored equally with the Father. Anyone who dishonors the Son dishonors the Father, for it was the Father's decision to put the Son in the place of honor. It's urgent that you listen carefully to this. Anyone here who believes what I am saying right now and aligns himself with the Father, who has in fact put me in charge, has at the very moment the real, lasting life and is no longer condemned to be an outsider. The person has taken a giant step from the world of the dead to the world of the living. It's urgent that you get this right. The time has arrived. I mean, right now, when dead men and women will hear the voice of the Son of God, and hearing will come alive. Just as the Father has life in himself, he has conferred on the Son life in himself, and he has given him his authority, simply because he is the Son of Man, to decide and carry out the matters of judgment. Don't act so surprised at all of this. This time is coming when everyone dead and buried will hear his voice. Those who have lived the right way will walk out in a resurrection life. Those who have lived the wrong way into a resurrection of judgment. And here ends our readings for the day.